Shalom, shalom, shalom. Barakatah to the Father of lights. Peace and blessings to Yahawashi, the big brother and son of the kingdom. Peace and power to the throne of King David. Peace and blessings to you out there listening and learning and edifying. Got a lesson for y'all today. I want to show y'all what's going on with the support of the scriptures, of course. Just to show you that the Most High does things, you know, in his own time and in his own way. And he has a certain order that he does things. And I'm going to show y'all, especially when it comes to dealing with us as a people and as a nation. All right. After the split, after Judah and the northern kingdom split, all right, the northern kingdom went to Assyria. They got their punishment, right? They got their punishment from the Assyrians. They got dispersed. They got tortured. They got killed. They got hazed off of their beliefs, hazed off of their customs, hazed off of everything. All right, through force. Through force, the Greeks made them give up their heritage. And they became Ninevites and other types of societies because they wanted to follow them so bad. The Most High turned them over to the heathens, and the heathens had their way with them, right? Same thing with Judah. Judah, same thing. Only Judah wasn't divorced. Judah was still part of the family. The father still recognized them for who they are. Now, he never forgot Judah. But what he did was he made Judah forget him to see what it's like. And that's what happened. When Yahawashi came, all right, Judah still knew they were Judah. Judah still knew the name of the Father. Judah still knew the name of the Son. Okay? They knew that. But what happened was when Yahawashi came, he gave Judah one last chance to believe in him, so that all that believed in him from his own tribe, the Father would spare. Everybody else, they was going to get that judgment. And that's what happened. All right. Let me get a precept. Luke 13:34. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killeth the prophets, and stonest them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together as a hen doth gather her brood under her wings, and ye would not. All right. So he said, I tried to come and help y'all, but look what happened. You executed me. You killed me. All right. Which was in order. They was going to do it anyway. Okay. But they had some along the way that believed in Yahawashi. Those are the ones that got spared. But look what he says to everybody else that was down with that program of killing him. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. And verily, I say unto you, ye shall not see me until the time come when you shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So, those are the Pharisees. This is why these camps, they call upon the name of the Lord at the same time, worshiping and still trying to keep the law. They're confused. The very thing they're doing proves who they are. He said, you will not see me again until you call up on the name of the Lord. Well, ask yourself a question. Were the Pharisees calling upon Yahawashi when he was there? No. They hated him. And he didn't like them either. They were at odds. But now all of a sudden it's all Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. So that's how we know that Yahawashi is coming back in this time. And they too goddamn stupid to know that because the Most High has blinded them. They're doing the very thing that he said they were going to be doing in this time. Said, you're going to call upon me while still trying to keep the law of Moses. Dumb as fuck. And I don't care how you try to tell them, they still sit there and look stupid as hell. All right. Now, let's go back to Zechariah 13. I'll show you something. So what happened was when, now you know what? It wasn't Zechariah. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel chapter 9. Start at starting at verse 11. Start at verse 11, and then I'm gonna explain. You know what? I'll start at verse 9. Salak, verse 9. Daniel 9 and 9. To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the power, because we have sinned against him. Verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Now Jerusalem is the capital city for Judah. That's us. So he's saying ain't nobody got done grimier than Judah. Right? Nobody under the sun. So you so-called Latinos and Native Americans that, hey, we suffer too. Not like us. Got it right there in the scripture. Ain't nobody suffered like the so-called black man and black woman. Ain't nobody suffered like us. That's what he said. All right. So let's get that straight. Now, what he did was when Yahawashi came, Yahawashi made one last offer to Judah that I showed you when he said that he would have took us up under his wing, you know, but he said you would not, so your house is left unto you desolate. That was the last strike. That was the last straw. So what happened after that? After the time of Yahawashi was the time of the apostles. All right? Let me get that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that power has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world and to the angels and to men. Why did he send the apostles last? Because the apostles, all right, witnessed to the northern kingdom. Y'all, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans. The apostle Paul went through the Greek cities, which is where y'all were at that time before you came over here. Well, some of y'all came over here during the time of the after the book of Maccabees in the Apocrypha, but a lot of y'all were still over there. The apostles went through there, spread the gospel to y'all, that Yahawashi came on y'all behalf and was tortured and died for y'all to bring y'all and graft y'all back into the fold so that we could have 12 tribes again. That's what he did. They don't teach you this in Catholic schools, so don't look for it. They don't teach you this in you know, the won't he do it, so don't look for it there, okay? He came, he lived to put the law of Moses to death. And then he came to establish the law of liberty with the disciples and the apostles, which is what was taught to you. Now, some of y'all back then believed on the words of the apostles on behalf of Yahawashi, and you got saved. Whosoever believeth in his heart and confess with his mouth that Yahawashi, Hamashiach, died on the cross, you will be saved. There's a lot of y'all out here right now that gave your testimony back then because you have a past life. And because you believed on the words of the apostles who were ambassador for Yahawashi, who is the son of the power, not no Jesus, that's Greek. Yahawashi is his name. That's your God. That's your power. He died for you to reclaim you back, because the Father himself cannot take you back because he divorced you. That's what makes you elect. Judah has sons and daughters. Northern Kingdom has elect men and women. Elect means that you accepted your salvation to be grafted back into the body, to be part of the 12 tribes again after the Father himself divorced you. So now that you've done that, if you did it back then, that means a lot of y'all are going to wake up. This is why the Most High is bringing all of them into this land right here. The Venezuelans, the Mexicans, the Cubans, all them. They all coming in because a lot of them were the ones who were there in Greece, Thessalonica, Corinth, Ephesus, Philippi, Galatia. All of those cities were Greek cities where the Northern Kingdom resided, because the Greeks had assimilated them to their customs and ways. The Apostle Paul and the apostles went through there to bring them back, to teach them that you're not Greek, you are actually Israelites. That's what he did. All right? Hope y'all following me. So, flipping back to Judah, what did he do? When Judah didn't listen, Judah was ran out of Jerusalem. We fled under the under the encouragement from a Roman general named Vespasian and his son Titus. They nailed over 100,000 Judites to crosses all up the roads leading out of Jerusalem. The Most High put his wrath on Judah for crucifying his son, and he killed 100,000 or better of Judite, nailed them to crosses just like Yahawashi, all the way out on the road that led into Jerusalem. And Rome took over. Okay? And the Judites fled into the regions of what is known now as Africa. All right? Some of them lost their identity and became Moors. That's where you get the Moors from. They are Hebrews that took on the Muslim religion and put down the Bible and put down the customs of the Father of lights, which is Yahweh. And they started worshiping Allah. That's what the Moors are. Got a lot of them over there in Africa, Nigeria, okay, Morocco, all of those areas over there. What else? Sierra Leone, the Congo. That's where the Israelites, the Hebrew Judites fled to. All right. Now, once they were over there, they were rounded up. They were rounded up by the Muslims, all right, and sold us to this funky ass white man. Let me go to Joel chapter 3. Verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. You know what? Let me start at verse 4. Joel 3 and 4. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Sound familiar? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Palestinians are mad because they're not the chosen seed. He said, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. They still wanted the land. So they felt justified in rounding us up and getting us out the land and sending us over to this funky ass white man. Watch. Verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Verse 6. Here's the meat. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, or the Grecians, Kittim, this white man, the Japhite, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. See, so that's why they're getting bopped on over there right now, and they're going to continue to get bopped on. But the proof of the pudding is they sold us to the Grecians. They brought us over here via cargo slave ships pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Right? And then what happened? Well, we got enslaved, we got our ass beat, lost our identity. They beat our identity out of us. They bred us. They did heinous things to us, like they were blindfold boys and make them impregnate their own mamas, all kind of shit, man. They fed our children to alligators, beat us day and night. Oh, this white man gonna get his shit back. Trust that, okay? But right now, we have to take it. That's why the scripture said in Daniel 9, chapter 9, verse 12, that ain't nobody got done grimier than Judah, all right, and Jerusalem. Now, what happened after that? Hundreds of years later, we end up here, right? The Most High sent his spirit in this time, all right? And he sent me to tell you, right, what it is. And what is it? This is the time of our refreshing. This is the time for our awakening. What about the Pharisees? Yeah, he sent them to wake me up. And they did. But they didn't. I didn't get woke up to follow them. I woke up to proclaim the true doctrine of the Most High Yahweh. They don't have the true doctrine. They have the doctrine of Moses. I was woken up because during that time, as the Apostle Peter, I received the keys. If you don't believe it, then what are you listening to right now? Don't doubt, just listen. Now, I'm telling you the story. I'm telling you how the shit went down. Right? Now, Judah, right? Judah is built up now. So, let's find that in scripture. Let's go to Zechariah 12:7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. So we had to get built first. We had to be put out there. We had to be educated first, because we are going to rule the planet, nobody else. But the northern kingdom is part of the 12 tribes. And y'all are going to serve under Yahawashi. So the same way we got broke up, enslaved, beaten, and received our punishment, but got woke up at the last, is the same way the northern kingdom is going to get broke up and woke up at the last. Let me explain. They already went to Assyria, right? They already got tortured and beat. That was the same way we got tortured and beat and ran out of Jerusalem. They fled Assyria over here, all right, on boats, right? And once they got here, okay, they were assimilated and they started learning from the Portuguese and the Spanish. That's why they call you Latinos, because you learn Latin, which is the primary language of Spain and Rome. A Spaniard ain't nothing but a Roman, all right, a white Mexican, basically, is what they are, okay? Y'all learn from them, and y'all were broken down under a wicked man named Saint Dominic. That's why it's called the Dominican Republic. Y'all were broke down by him and his goons, and they're the ones that instituted you to Catholicism. That's why all of y'all go to Catholic Church. Catholicism means one, universal. That's why one Catholic church is just like the other one. Unlike in the African American community, you have what you call not divisions, denominations. All right? Denominations. Pentecostal, Baptist, Foursquare, Church of God in Christ, all that. See, they broke us up to keep us confused, and they confuse y'all by making you one. All right? Now, once y'all got here, you assimilated to Catholicism, right? Jesus Cristo, right? As above, so below, all right? Going up and down, to and fro through the earth. They worship the devil. That's what y'all been doing all this time. That's why you're idolaters. You got them big creepy ass statues in the churches, worshiping the saints, which you ain't supposed to do, okay? Kissing the damn cross, having rosary beads in your hand, burning incense, all that wicked ass shit. That's what y'all do. You're idolaters. That's how we know who you are. You speak the same language from Cuba to the Dominican Republic. All of y'all. Y'all got your own little twist on it because y'all ain't nothing but, you know, brown-skinned niggas with long hair. You the same thing. Y'all got slang. Y'all got Spanglish. Y'all got all that. Y'all got your own little flair of doing thing. Y'all wear the white shoes with some brown pants and the button-down shirt with your nappy-ass chest hair and shit. Y'all got your own little flair. Got your little, you know, Bozzolino hat on to the side thinking y'all fresh. So, y'all just like niggas with long hair. That's all you are. All right? But what's up for y'all? What's on the menu? Well, you went to all that the same way we did. This is why we came out first. We got ran out of Jerusalem. We ran into the mountains of Africa. We got rounded up, brought over here, broke down, raped, beaten by this fucking cracker. All right? And then, in the fullness of time, the Most High, the Father, Yahweh, sent his spirit to wake us up first. And he did. Kept his word. Now, it's y'all turn. Right? He finna bring y'all through the fire, and that's what's gonna wake y'all up. Why do you say that? Well, let's go to Zechariah. Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. So, 2/3 of all the, y'all see the big numbers they keep talking about on the news, 25 million immigrants here and all that? Well, that's y'all. 2/3 of y'all are going to get put to death. There's only a small group of y'all that are going to do this. Watch. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. This is what it's going to take to get you wicked-ass Northern Kingdom, all right, to wake up and understand who you are. And you're only going to do that through the royal house of Judah. So you're learning right now. We got Northern Kingdom in here right now that when we are raised up, they will be models for you. They will be examples for you to tell you who you are. We got Gadites in here. We got Ephraimites in here. We got a lot of Issacharites in here. We all right, which are our priests and our prophetesses. That's what a female Northern Kingdom is. She's a prophetess. All right. And they're going to proclaim the name of the Lord to you Northern Kingdoms out there that have yet to wake up. But you got to go through the fire. We've been through ours already. This is why we're woke now. This is why we know who we are now. And can't nobody ever take that away from us. And nobody will ever be able to take it away from you. And when you wake up, you will have the proper understanding of who you are and what your position is in these 12 tribes. All right? That's the history. That's the history. This is what y'all are going to have to go through. And many of y'all are going to get put to death. The slain of the Lord shall be many. But not one person that believed in the words of the apostles and accepted Yahawashi as their Lord and Savior is going to die, but you're going to be rescued. Let me get that. Matthew chapter 24. Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect, as you northern kingdom, from the four winds and from one end of heaven to another. All right. When is that going to happen? Well, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. That's already happened, y'all. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. The sign. Once that sign is up, and it's coming soon, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And then shall the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, to do what? And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right? Why is he doing that? Well, because if he didn't, all right, let me get that. Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So why are they going to be shortened? Well, if the Most High didn't shorten those days and pull y'all out, none of y'all would be living. Y'all would be completely exterminated. So it's going to go on for a period of 3.5 years. That's a whole nother lesson. But that 3 years, according to my calculations, starts in around January, this January. January 2025 is when all the fun begins. Y'all see Trump warming up for it right now, right? So, it's y'all turn, Northern Kingdom. You better hold on to your butts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. All right? Those of you in the Royal House, we got spectator seats, 50-yard line. All right? And for you wicked-ass Judites that laughed at me and talk shit, your time coming too. I ain't even fucking with y'all no more. Y'all finna see. Most I finna show you. Like they say, well, I came up. I can show you better than I can tell you. All right? So, all of y'all that's laughing and thinking shit funny, smile finna get wiped off your face. Okay? It's gonna be a very ugly time. The Northern Kingdom is getting ready to get it, just like Judah. They already started, y'all. Have y'all seen these videos with them kids locked in them containers and shit, screaming and hollering at the docks? They trying to drown them out because they embarrassed, because they know that they're transporting children and women and families in those containers. It's slavery, man. It's the same thing, just modern day. Okay? And it's about to get worse. Now they're getting ready to get deported and sent back to the countries that they fled from and possibly face execution. But it's y'all time, all right? A lot of y'all been living good. Not all, but a lot of the Northern Kingdom, like I said, they're very racist and very pompous and very arrogant against their Judite brothers. So, Most High finna show y'all something. All right? So, I want to give all praise and barakatah to the Father of Lights. I pray this message blesses your spirit and your soul. Historically for the Southern Kingdom and for the Northern Kingdom, educationally, so that you know what the fuck getting ready to come your way, because it's coming like a freight train. All right? So, y'all go ahead and soak this in. Peace and blessings to the Son, Yahawashi, big brother and son of the kingdom. We love you. Peace and power to the throne. Peace and blessings to you out there listening. It's for all of y'all. Hope y'all can feel that. All right? I will see y'all on the next go-round. It's your king and shepherd, and I'm out. Shalom.